Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to do physical features of India. This is our second chapter of geography class ninth textbook. We have already discussed about the India is a vast country with varieties of landforms. For example, our country has practically all major physical features of the earth. Example mountains, plains, desert, plateau and islands. What kind of terrain do you live in? So you have seen in your surroundings, you might have you might have been familiar with the stretches of plains con- or rock terrain with mountains and valleys. So the land of India displays great physical variance. Geologically, the peninsular plateau constitute one of the ancient landmasses on the Earth's surface. It was supposed to be the most stable land blocks. The Himalayas and the northern plains are the most recent landform. So our country have Himalayan mountains, and those mountains are young mountains. From the viewpoint of geology, Himalayan mountains form a unstable zone. The whole mountain system of Himalaya represent a very youthful topography with high peaks. So topography means area which have so many mountains, deeply valley and fast flowing rivers. The North Plains are form of alluvial deposit. The peninsular plateau is composed of igneous and metamorphic rock with gently rising hills and wide valleys. So in previous chapters and previous classes we have already discussed about igneous and metamorphic rock which are made from the molten magma which comes out when the volcano erupt. So in this chapter we will see the major physiography divisions. Physiography features of India can be grouped under the here are 6 points: the Himalayan mountains, the northern plain, the peninsular plateau, the Indian desert, which is in West Rajasthan, the coastal plain, our south coastal area, the islands. The islands we have Lakshadweep and Andaman and Nicobar. These are the groups of islands our country have. Now we will first discuss about the Himalayan mountains. The Himalayas, geologically young and structural fold mountains, stretch over the northern border of India. So these Himalayas mountains are from north in our north part, from north to east, from Jammu and Kashmir to Arunachal Pradesh. These mountains range in the west-east direction from the Indus to the Brahmaputra. So this Indus River is located in north and the Brahmaputra in our east side. The Himalayas represent the loftiest and one of the most rugged mountain barrier of the world. They form an acre arcs which cover a distance of about 2,400 km. Their width varies with 400 km in Kashmir to 150 km in Arunachal Pradesh. So their width are more in the Jammu and Kashmir, the northern part in the Kashmir, and the less in the Arunachal Pradesh over east part. The attitudinal variants are greater in the eastern half than those in the western half. The Himalaya consists of three parallel ranges in the longitudinal extent. The number of valleys lie between these ranges. The northmost range is known as Great or Inner Himalaya or the Himadri, the most continuous range consisting of loftiest peak with an average height of 6,000 meters. It contains all prominent Himalayas peak. So here you can see in this map, from here to here, this is north to east. We have Himalayan mountains from Kashmir to Arunachal Pradesh, and this have three kind of Himalayas range. And here you can find here this is the Indus Valley, and here in the east Brahmaputra River. So now some highlights speak of the Himalayas. So this is the highlights. So what's the fold? So first, Mount Everest, that is located in Nepal. Its height in meter is 8,848 meters. Second is Kanchenjunga, that is located in India. And rest you can see the figures. The fold of the Great Himalayas are asymmetrically in nature. The core of this part of Himalaya is composed of granite. It is permanently snow-bound, and a number of glacier descend from this range. So, in previous classes, we have already learned about granite. What is it made of? And these mountains, which are present in our northern part, north to east, they are always covered with snow, and it has glacier. The range lie in to the south of the Himalayas form the most rugged mountain system is known as Himachal or Lesser Himalaya. The range are mainly composed of highly compressed and altered rock. The altitude varies between 3,700 and 4,500 meter from the average width is 50 km. While the pre-Panjal range form the lowest and the most important range, the Dhaula, Dhar and Mahabharat range are also prominent one. This range consists of the famous valley of Kashmir, the Kangra and Kula Valley in Himachal Pradesh. This region is well known for its hill station. The outermost range of Himalaya is called Sivalik. They extended over a width. So we have learned about Himadri, Himachal, Sivalik range. So you can see in this map, these red lines are Himalayas, and in the south we have plains, plateau, Deccan Plateau, north East Ghat, West Ghat. The Himalayas of 10 to 50 kilometer and have altitude varying between 900 and 1100 meter. These ranges are composed of unconsolidated sediment brought down by the rivers from this main Himalayan range located farther north. So there are the flowing river brings many sediment, means a small stones kind of thing, small rocks which get deposited. The valley are covered with a thick grave and alluvium. The longitudinal valley lying between Lesser Himalaya and the Soralik are known as dunes. Dehradun, Kotli Dune and Patli Dune are some of the well-known dunes. Besides the longitudinal division, the Himalayas have been divided on the basis of region from west to east. These divisions have demarcated by the rivers. For example, the part of Himalaya lying between the Indus and the Satluj has been traditionally known as Punjab Himalayas, but it is also known as Kashmir and Himachal Himalayas from the west to east respectively. The part of Himalayas lying between Satluj and the Kali River. So here Satluj is also a name of the river which is in our north part, Jammu and Kashmir. The Kali and the Tista River demarcate the Nepal Himalaya, and the part lying between Tista and Ding River is known as Assam Himalayas. There are region names also in this board category. Find the Brahmaputra mark the easternmost boundary of Himalayas beyond the Dihang Gorge. The Himalaya bend sharply to the south and spread along the east boundary of India. They are known as the Purchwal or the eastern hill of mountains. The hills running through the northeast state are mostly composed of strong sand dunes, which are sedimentary rock. So, in previous classes, I have discussed what is sedimentary rock, how it is formed. Cover the dense forest. They mostly run as parallel range of valley. The Portugal comprise the Patkai Hills and Naga Hills, the Manipur Hills, and the Mizoram Hills. These are in our east side of our country. So next we will talk about the northern plain. Now let's look at the northern plain. The northern plain has been formed by the interplay of the three major river system, namely Indus River from the north, the Ganga and the Brahmaputra along with their tributaries. The plain is formed of alluvial soil. So this plain area are very fertile, and you can usually see high population, and these lands area are very good for agriculture practice. The river coming from North Mountain are involved in deposition work, means the North River which come from Himalayas, they They carry some sedimentary rocks, soil. Due to gentle slope, the velocity of the river decreased, which result in the formation of Ravine Island. The river in their low course split into the numerous canals due to the deposition of slate. These channels are known as distributaries. So we have already learned about distributaries in class 6 or class 7 videos. You can go and see those videos. The northern plain is broadly divided into three sections. The western part of the northern plain is referred as Punjab plain, formed by Indus and its tributaries. The large part of plains lie in Pakistan. The Indus and its tributaries, the Jhelum, the Chenab and Ravi, the Beas and Satluj, originated in Himalaya. This section of the plain is dominated by the Dobs. So these all the rivers are in our north part of our country. And the Ganga plain extended between Ghaggar and Tista River. It is spread over the state of North India, Haryana, Delhi, UP, Bihar, partly Jharkhand and West Bengal in the east. Particularly Assam lies in Brahmaputra plain. So you might have heard every year Assam every year go through flood. The northern plain are generally described as flat land with no variance, that is no variance relief. That is not true. The vast plain have diverse relief feature. According to variance in relief feature, the north plain can be divided into four regions. The river, after descending from the mountains, deposit pebble in a narrow belt about 8 to 16 km width line parallel to the slope of the Sivalik range. It is also known as Bhavar. You have to remember the name Bhavar belt. South of the belt, the stream and river re-emerge and create wet, swampy and meshy region known as Terai. So you have to remember the word Bhabar, what is called Terai. This was thickly forested region full of wildlife. The forest has been cleared to create agricultural land and to settle migrants from Pakistan after partition. Located Dhava National Park in this region. The largest part of the northern plain is formed of the old alluvium. So this alluvium is a soil which is very fertile for agriculture. It lies above the footprint of the river and present terrace-like feature. This part is known as Bhangar. So we have we have seen in three words: Bhabur, Tarai, Bhangar. The soil in this region contain calcareous deposit, locally known as conker. The newer, younger deposit of food plain are called khadar. They are renewed almost every year and so are fertile, thus ideal for intensive agriculture. So only this much in this video, and we will see the rest thing in our part 2 of this same chapter video. Thanks for watching. Do like, comment and subscribe.